Hey my little minnows, it's JimsHandMadePenShop Crafts, and I'm going to do a real quick walkthrough of and walk around this little, our above ground storage storm shelter. It's beautiful. This is all concrete or cement or whatever. It looks like our neighbors didn't even realize it was here. They thought it was, they didn't even notice it. There's 3 anchors, 3-foot hurricane anchors on each side. None here on the back, but we've got the wind turbine there. The sun's blinding me. And then we've got another little airport that's over here, but it doesn't have a turbine. It's just to keep the suction down. And then there's 3 more anchors over here. And then, yeah, this is, it's beautiful. It's got a little lip. That's solid concrete. I think that's, 3 inches, 4 inches. It's, yeah. Shoot, this thing weighs, 10 tons. So 20,000 pounds. We're going to, and there's air holes down there at the bottom, because when you have, I think an EF5 can have up to 300 plus mile per hour winds. So this will keep it from lifting, from being picked up. We have it to where none of our big trees can hit the front. This one might smack it if it falls, but it's going to take the power line with it. But I don't think it'll reach the door. We still need to get it registered with the fire department and all that stuff. But I'm going to go inside. This, the hinges are 5-year hinges. There's grease darts in them to where we can keep them greased and that kind of stuff. You have 2 latches on the inside. You have this one, and then you have this barrel. I can't do it one-handed because you got to push that up or in or something. But this is the bar to push that out when you're in, and there's one down there at the bottom too. So there's 3 latch points to keep the door closed when you have those high winds come through. In here, and it's all sealed. So it was all formed around the door, and I know it's going to echo until I get some sound barriers in here. We've got Mom brought our chairs up from the other one. Here's our little wind turbine. So, and then there's the other little port here. So we don't have to worry about rain coming in. Well, when it's blowing that hard, rain's gonna get somewhere. But it's got a 6'2", what is that called? Peak on the inside. So Roger can stand up, or Boss can stand up in it. And it's got, the door is riveted. Let me see, can I turn the light on? Yeah. Okay, let's see. It's really noisy if I slam that, because it slams, so I'm not going to shut it. But yeah, it'll, and then you're safe. You still have your air. But it's all one unit formed around the door. And it's beautiful. So, there we go. We turn my light off. There we go. I'm still getting used to my new phone. But yeah. It's, all one. We're gonna put some vertical shelves up in here for our pew-pews, because since we've been through a tornado, we know what we need. And when there's tornadoes that come through, people like to loot. And by loot, I mean coming in and stealing people's shit. Okay, so when Granny's place was destroyed in 2011, Mom and her stayed up there, and we didn't have power for 5 days down here, or the power lines were down. And down here, we were 2.5 miles away from Granny's. So I'm just showing you the bags because I don't want to be on camera. So, well, you know what? We'll just do it this way. We're 2.5 miles away. It took 20 minutes for us to get there because I was driving our old truck over power lines because we didn't have power. And then we had to walk a half mile because somebody stopped us, but he wasn't. Yeah, we know better now. Hopefully we never have to go through one of these again. But people loot. They don't care. When Granny was out of power, they didn't have access to water except what FEMA was bringing. And the damn chicken and dumplings. Okay, it's 100+ degrees outside. You don't feed people chicken and dumplings. I'm sorry. And it was 3 meals a day, chicken and dumplings, chicken and dumplings, chicken and dumplings, with applesauce and some peas, something green. I think it was peas, applesauce, and chicken and dumplings. Even the possums wouldn't eat it. It was that gross. Okay, so what I did, I was in college at that time online, and we didn't have power for 5 days. So I would go drive to town, which is 3 miles away. I would do my online courses. I'm bumbling this up, but you'll get the point. I was getting up at 5 a.m. I was boiling water because we still had water down here because we're on city water. I was boiling water, filling up an ice chest, or one of the, like an igloo pump, you know what I mean, like an igloo cooler type thing, 4 gallons or so. And I was taking that up with cold water and ice that I bought. Letting them have cold ice water and hot boiled water to where that they could cook, bathe, wash. And I was still going to school. And at that time, I was with a dude that he wanted to be up my ass 24/7. But he was the one cheating, right? But I wasn't allowed to even take a bath without him being notified of it. Okay, it was bad, y'all. Ma didn't know how bad it was. Well, so, that was boss just messaged me. I was doing that, and then our lovely mayor told us we couldn't pull a fifth wheel travel trailer into our property. We own our property. Okay, we are 3 miles out of town. We were annexed in, but they don't do anything So we got our congressman involved, and the next day we had a travel trailer in here for Granny because the living conditions up at the apartment, the walls were caving in. There was a big chunk of concrete on the roof on the outside because it picked up an 80-pound log of concrete and slammed it into the roof. If it would have went through, y'all, my Granny wouldn't have lived. She was in that apartment. It was the only one that was left standing that didn't have the walls ripped out. Okay? Ooh. And my mom's now ex was up there, and he just drove. He was riding with somebody. I don't know. The apartments are gone. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my. Freaking us out. So that's why we went up there, and it was. It took us a week or two, but people were coming in because Granny knew everybody in the apartments. There was 8 duplexes, which was 4 apartments, and there was a young guy that was in the bathtub in the apartment across the street, and the walls were ripped down around him. So it was bad. It was I forget the date. It's the one that hit, I think, Bridge Creek and went up through Moore. No, hit Newcastle, went up through Moore. It had fingers like this twirling around the tornado, in the center. So we got hit by a finger. We have a lot of twisted trees. We still do. a lot of tree damage because Granny was the main priority at that time. And then in 2017, she got diagnosed with stage 4 lung cancer. She did Keytruda, and she did 2 years of that because it was like a experimental testing drug. It saved her life. And in what year? I forget. My brain just went, slam those brakes on. My mom's in the house. I think it was, Boss and I got sick 2019, I think, or 2020. Hang on just a second. Okay, I got that confirmed. We got sick January, February, March of 2020 because I had taken Granny up to get her like PET scan or to make sure that she was cancer free, and she was. And Mom was on medication for an unrelated something. Within a day and a half of us going up there, I was deathly ill. I couldn't pick my arms up. It was bad. This was before this CV name came out, right? All kinds of planes flying overhead. And so later, Granny got her flu shot. And then, because she had been having like dementia and that kind of thing, she just kind of stared off into space. But October, Granny got bad, like real bad. She went into the hospital. They were not feeding her, not giving her water. Mom took her out of the hospital and brought her home. We put her in hospice care, and December 26th, 2020, she passed away. So we think that the tornado, I mean, she had some good years afterwards, but you know, the owners were supposed to call her, blah, 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 blah. She kept the same phone number when she moved down here. Nobody called her, y'all. It broke her heart. I think it just broke her because she lived in those apartments for 20 years, and she was the one that everybody would go to gossip to and to blah, 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 blah. She was the center. She was the main hub of that apartment complex. And, you know, we're talking small town kind of stuff, you know. You know, nobody disrespected Granny. She push mode that place multiple times. It went through 2 owners, and, you know, it was just, yeah, it was bad. But anyway, that's why we got the storm shelter. We still have the van that's buried that we'll use for storage. We will not load this until the day of or the day before. Hi, Charles. Hi, Charlie. So, yeah. You got a dirty butthole. Why do you cats have dirty buttholes? That's Charlie. So, yeah. It took us 40 years, y'all, to get a storm shelter, and it is the best. Yes. I love it. I love it. Mom brags about it. I'm hoping that they'll get some business cards or stickers or something, and I'll post it everywhere in Blanchard. Well, in the town we live in, but I don't care. I'm not hard to find. You don't want to find me, though. So, anyway, what's going on over with our neighbors? Really? Hang on, y'all. Hi, Smudge. Is that on our side? No, okay. That's Miss Smudge. So boss had to run down and get me some propane to where I had an extra bottle of propane just in case I run out. Because we only have a stove that's propane. I won't go to electric because of the weather. Because if we run out, if we end up not having power, I can still cook, provide heat, clean drinking water, that kind of thing. So that's the shit that I plan. I make steps on top of steps. But I hope you guys have a wonderful day. We're getting ready to load up some more of these cans because it's supposed to rain tomorrow and possibly severe weather Monday. So yeah, this video is going to be out of ways. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. Yeah, if you made it to the end, thank you. So I'm gonna go talk to Ma, wait on Hubs to get back, and then get busy because it's too beautiful to not be outside after being stuck in the house for however long. Anyway, I will talk to you guys again soon. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment. Subscribing is free, and it notifies you when I post a new video. So I will talk to you guys again soon. Bye, y'all.